Good morning, everyone, or afternoon, or evening, whenever you're watching this. Hello. I've been writing down as many as I can. I also wanted to read and see if the Chinese guy, how do you say that? Something ping? If he is going to, hi, Kathy W. Or if he is going to help or not. Hang on. I'm doodling. I'm writing them all down. Is it cheaping? You know, I mispronounce the American language. Can you only imagine if I was in a foreign country how painful that would be? Oh, oh well. I got COVID down. You know, I think the one of the best things that we've ever done was making sure everybody had a mask on while they were in the airport and while they were flying. I think that was one of the best things we have done to get this COVID under control. Can you only imagine if everybody who flew didn't have a mask and we were just spreading it even worse than it was? Yeah. Hi, Michelle. You would like to be? Oh, there you are, honey. Good job. All right, Michelle Mabel, you are now my moderator, a moderator. Thank you, sweetheart. Good morning. I'm looking through all of the things. Desiree, Snow Wolf. Hi, everyone. Good morning, Marie Hansen. Annie. How's everybody doing over the weekend? Who else wakes up before you even go to the bathroom? Make sure that Zelensky is still alive. Anybody else? I do that every morning. I'm going to cry. Oh, thank you, Michelle. Thank you. Before I get coffee, before I go to the bathroom, before I get up out of bed, I have to know if he's made it through the night or through the day. Because it's like opposite for us, but. Hello. Yeah. Oh, I'm so sorry, Marie. Hi, Vanessa. Yeah, it seems to be my ritual to keep tabs on him. I think Cash Peters does have it right, where you put a dome of safety around him, and we could all do that. I know that in this community, we're trying to put together a day where we're going to do a collaboration meditation, sending energy and safety to Ukraine. I know that we're putting that together. Little Miss Gigi. She's our catalyst here. Ooh, do Matt Gaetz. Whimsy sees him being reelected. Really? I can do Matt Gaetz. You know, Florida has a problem with reality and truth, so. But we'll see. Right now, I have Tucker Carlson to see. And the reason why we're heavy on Tucker Carlson right now is because he's literally the Russian mascot right now for the United States. So At some point in time, that boomerang is going to come back around and hit him in his face or other places. But we'll keep it civil here. Yeah. I can't stand. I can do Cawthorn. That little monster. I just can't believe there's so much bad in one little body. But there is in Cawthorn. Craziness. Hi, Mimi Rose. Well, hi. Welcome, Pamela. Carol Davis. Law can be slow. It is. It is. Law can be very slow. You know, that just like Merrick Garland, everybody's like, what is he doing? Nobody's this, nobody's that. I'm like, he does have a level of professionalism. He's not going to tell everybody what he's doing and what he's up to until it happens. I've been saying that for quite some time. People really want to hear that breaking news. Trump has been arrested, and we're all going to go out to the streets and go, woo! But we also have to make sure that Merrick Garland has a solid case against any of them. Chipping away at the marble concrete pillar that the Republicans have put up is probably a chore. I wouldn't want that job. Would you want that job? I wouldn't want that job. We all see it as obvious, but they have to do it legally. They have to create a case that's solid. And what they don't want to do is ever present a case that they know that they're probably going to fail at. That's a huge responsibility. And they have a lot of people to get through. A lot of them. So there's that. There's my little rant on Merrick Garland. Hi, Veed. But, you know, we're getting there. Nobody knew that the leader of the Proud Boys was going to be, you know, arrested in his panties. So that didn't leak. It was joyful to watch, but poor little guy, he got arrested in his panties. I still crack up. It's those things that keep us sane, you know? It's good stuff. Welcome, Mary Ellen. All right. Shall we get to it? I forget his name. What is his name? The guy that got the Proud Boy leader. I forget his name. All I can do is picture him in his panties as he's being arrested. I'm sure the FBI agents were like, "Dang, do we really have to see the junk before we put him in our car?" They're like, "Oh." Yeah. Oh well. This is live, Flower Power. Yes, this is live. You know, unfortunately, the judge did not allow them to remove Cawthorn from the ballot, which sucks. We're just gonna have to try it in another state. He didn't want to create precedent because he knew if they allowed him to be removed, that it was just going to be a full-on let's go get him. But I think Colorado should try with Lauren Boebert. So I'm working on that, figuring out where, who, and what to go do to get that started. So But they're working on it. No, not that one. Not the one-eyed Stu Road. Not that one. It was the other Proud Boys leader. Or am I saying it wrong? Am I saying the wrong one? Anyhow, let's do some remote viewing. I feel it. I feel it coming. And then we'll throw some cards on top of that. And I got me some new cards. Nothing new about that. But these are pretty darn cool. Oh, okay. Terrio? Yeah, I think that's him. Yeah. The underwear artist. Yeah. The underwear arrest. The panties. Him and his panties. Okay. Take a deep breath. We're going into Tucker Carlson and do a remote view on him and see where that takes me. Yeah. Okay. Deep breath. Here we go. Tucker Carlson. I see him in white and blue. Like half of him is blue and the other half of him is white. Oh my God. I'm just going to tell you what I see. Remote viewing can be strange and unusual, but this is all I can see. There was literally a creature that just pulled out of his body and got onto the floor and is crawling around like a spider, but it's not a spider. It's like, and he's like evil. He's looking and he's literally crawling around on the floor. It just came out of Tucker Carlson. And Tucker Carlson fell like a doll. What is this? I'm trying to go past that scene, but that's exactly the scene that I just saw with Tucker Carlson. So let's move on, see what's going to happen. His eyes are black. He's now talking to me like his eyes are black. And he's talking to me. He goes, you don't know what you're dealing with. You don't know who you're talking to. You don't know. You don't know. Why are you here? Don't do this. That's what he's telling me. He's shaking his head. You have no idea what this is all about. I'm trying to get him connected with Fox News and see where that's going. Everybody's alienating him to a certain extent. It's like you see one of the blonde females, I don't remember her name, but one of the blonde females walking up to her, and she's like shaking her hand and shaking his hand. I mean, she's like this scared to come up against Tucker Carlson. Hi, how are you doing today? But that's exactly what she's doing. They avoid. She takes a deep breath. It's almost like they're so afraid for some reason. It's really kind of weird. Fox News. I don't know what this is, but he's literally sitting on a bench. But this bench is dug into a trench, like a trench, but this bench is lower, and he's sitting on this bench, and he's looking up at everybody walking on the sidewalk. Like he's up there walking on the sidewalk, watching everybody walk. But he's on this bench that's in a trench, and he's like lowered. And he has his arms out on the bench and his legs crossed, and he's just watching everybody walk by. What does that mean? Okay. Let's get up out of that. See where else he goes. Okay, it's taking me all the way back to the first scene. Where that fang crawled out of him. And that thing that crawled out of him is trying to gather more people. Trying to gather more people. Like I have a list. I have other people that I have to take care of, other people that I have to go and jump, I guess. I don't know what else to say. All right, I'm out. I have no idea what's going on there. He's in the trench for Putin, maybe. Oh my gosh. He's down deep. Yeah, there's a lot with Tucker Carlson. There's more. Sorry for the doggies. They hear a bicycle ride by. There's more. There's so much more. That's what he was trying to tell me. You have no idea what you're doing. You have no idea. There's so much more. There's so much more. Okay. Out of that one. We're going to leave that one to percolate a little bit and see what comes through after that. I'm going to throw some cards on that reading and see what my cards say. Hey, Patricia Hall. Thank you. You know, sometimes... Am I stalled? What's going on? Okay. Sometimes I go back and I rewatch these so that I can listen and hear if there is any more information on that too. Thank you, Love Mother Earth. I got the restoration under the moon. The restoration, restoring white supremacy, restoring how it used to be, restoring slavery, restoring the under the thing. I mean, there's gosh, speak English, Sheila. Restoration of illusion. A restoration of the old days. So that makes a little bit more sense in that. And then I have the clarity, trying to get that through. And then the King of Wands inverted, using their weapons of destruction in order for him to get what they need. So these are pretty cool cards. Look at that. They're all animal based. Pretty, aren't they? They're gorgeous. They came from this. Can you see that? Can you see that? I can't see that. All right. It says Tarot Oracle Store. www.tarot oraclestore.com. Go there. These are beautiful cards. They're animal based. Here's another of the King of Wands. Here's another one with the Six of Pentacles. Beautiful. Okay, enough bragging on my new cards. Here we go. What's going on with Linda? Linda Sanheim. Oh, honey. We're sending lots and lots of love and light to you. Healing. All right, next one is Greg Abbott, because he just got turned down in Texas that he cannot, a court, thank you, Foggy Ozark, appreciate that. The courts turned him down. They cannot go after transgender children at this point in time, and I think that the next court date to see this is either May or June or July or something along that line. Somebody might know the exact date. So I want to do a remote view on him, and also how he's feeling about, or what's going on about Beto. Beto's doing really well. And of course, they found ballots that weren't counted. 6,000 were for the Democrat, and only 4,000 was for the Republicans. That's probably why they didn't get counted. Hi, I'm Greeter TK. Greeter TAK. Hi, honey. I get your emails. I read them. Thank you so much for doing the hard work. Okay. Greg Abbott. I feel it. He just came to me like, whoosh. He is in gray. He's in light gray, going to darker gray, darker gray, darker gray, darker gray. Now he's all black. So whatever is going on, the color is light gray right now, but he's heading into darkness. That's good news. But why? I'm asking why. What? Okay. Spirit is either has a huge, I have a huge connection with different information today, or they have a sense of humor. I don't know. But his wheelchair, you know how the vertebrae of a dinosaur's big old huge dinosaur tail, and he is moving his wheelchair over the top of a vertebrae bone, like boo 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 boo, and he's just running his over top of the bones, over the top of the dinosaur bones, as he's going into the grays, as he's going into the dark. That's what he's doing. That's what's going on with him. So symbolically, if we had to guess, he's going away because he's a dinosaur. He doesn't. He's too old, or his ideas are not working. They're going extinct in Texas, which is a good sign. But let's move past the symbolics. So that's what the thing is he just shows up as the Grinch right now. I just got the green Grinch. I'm trying to get past that and see what else there is for Greg Abbott. There's a huge lawsuit coming his way. I just saw Greg Abbott sitting here in his gray, and like 5 lawyers, like smart glasses lawyers, briefcases, they're coming his way. He has a major lawsuit coming his way. They're gathering up the information right now. And they're looking over at him while they come over here and they're doing the work and they're looking at him, but they're all coming his way. Okay, well, that's good to know. I just saw somebody pull his wheelchair back, like a young kid, pull his wheelchair back and started running with it. And Abbott, he's like, stop, slow down. But it was a young kid that literally bap and started running with it, like scaring him. Like that. Okay. And Greg Abbott's freaking out. Okay. Out. There's some stuff going on in Texas with Greg Abbott for sure. But I'm going to now go into Beto and see what, after I throw some cards on that one, and then I'm going to go into Beto, go to the opposite side and see what's going on. I feel like the young kids that are going to be eligible for voting is the reason why they take his wheelchair and scare the crap out of him. I just think that the young kids are going to show up to the polls. The Three of Swords for Greg Abbott. The heartbreak, the suffering, and then the clarity and the focus. So I think that the state of Texas has clarity, and they're very, very focused right now in removing him. Yep, they're on the defense. They're on the defense. Or he's on the defense. Oh. And then the devil shows up. So that's for Greg Abbott. That was interesting. Okay, so now let's do Beto. Okay. Ooh, Beto is on a stage with the sunlight beam coming down on him. And he's up there talking and talking, but he has like the blessings from the heavens. The heavens are blessing him. And he's in sunlight. He's in the spotlight. He does have, he sees the red clouds. He's doing his thing, talking to people, getting involved and face to face, letting them meet him, understand what he's about. He understands the feeling like I can help these people feel good just being here. They'll know me. But he keeps on looking over and he sees the red cloud. So he knows what he's up against. But the red cloud is far away. So, okay, so what he's saying is he's watching as he goes forward, he's watching that red cloud get farther and farther away from him. It's like his meter. Gets in here, and he looks over at it and he goes, okay, they're farther behind. They're farther away. So that's his meter of recognizing how good he's doing. Well, he's doing really good. So that's all they're showing me. Okay, I'm going to come up out of that. That's all they were showing me. All right, let's do some cards for him. I hope everybody's enjoying this. Then we'll do Cawthorn after this, but let's concentrate on Beto. Beto. Liberation, sensitivity, reflection. The Judgment is liberation. The liberation with the Page of Cups, which is that dreamer, that sensitivity, and that dreamer. There, he's helping people dream about a better life. The healer. So that's liberation, the reflection, sensitivities, helping people dream about a better life. Charisma and joy for him. Charisma and joy for him. The Queen of Wands. All right, so Beto got really good cards on that as well, so that's good. All right, let's go. Hi, Ron, Unconditional Love Tarot. Hi, sweetheart. Teresa Ford. Hi, sweetie. Patricia Hall. I'm trying to get into Cawthorn. Hey, Jamie Rodriguez. Cawthorn's not easy right now. Trying to figure out what's going on with Cawthorn. Okay, let me close my eyes. Cawthorn. I don't know what this is. But all I can do is tell you what I see. He's up on a truck, I know that he just got the ticket, right? I understand that. This may be related to that, but he is in a dark blue, kind of whitish bubble, and he is literally strapped onto a tow truck. He's strapped onto a tow truck with his wheelchair. He's in the back, and he's just sitting there. He's just sitting there. Why are you showing me this? Oh. Okay. So he's sitting there. So I got him away from that scene. So whatever that means, he stepped on a tow truck and with his wheelchair, and it's like sitting there. Okay. So then I went to another scene where he is sitting in the dark with a candle lit. But as you look up at him with his face being illuminated by the candle, his eyes are twitching and he's batting things away. And talking to himself, and he's batting something else away, and he's talking to himself. How dare they do that? How dare they do that? Get away from me! Get away from me! How dare they do that? What are they doing? Don't they know who I am? Don't they know who I am? He's batting something else away, and there's nothing there, but he's batting it away. Is this man going insane? Is this man losing his reality? He can't keep it together anymore. That's exactly what I just heard. He can't keep it together anymore. I don't know what disease other than just losing his mind. He just told me my wife didn't understand. I think I've seen this before where he was holding it together in the public, but he's not. at home at all. Oh. So this was strange and this was unusual. He says God's telling him to do this work. Oh no. I think we're all going to find out how mentally ill he is. He's not going to be able to contain anymore. He's really, really mentally ill. I see green and red around him, like stripes, green and red stripes around him right now. Wow. Okay. Anything else? I see him strapped to a gurney. He's flailing around. His head's going back and forth. He's strapped to a gurney. And he's old. He has gray hair. He's really old. Wrinkles, gray hair. And he's strapped to a gurney where he's trying to fight them putting medicine into his body. Wow. Okay. It's enough with Cawthorn. Oh my God. Okay. You know who he reminds me is Holly. He reminds me of the same kind of a deal with Holly. All right, let's see what the cards say about him. I don't know if it's schizophrenia. It might be schizophrenia, but I think it's different than schizophrenia. It's different. He's not seeing other people. He's just losing his mind, losing his reality. Something going on. He does have a traumatic brain injury. That would make more sense than schizophrenia to me. But I'm not a doctor, so what I know about schizophrenia is what I read in articles. Obama's going to be just fine. He's just fine. We'll talk about that after I do Cawthorn. Hang on a second. Movement. I have movement. I have Page of Pentacles, which is willpower. Willing his power, willing his ideas onto the country. And I have authority, which is really weird. And then the Eight of Swords. Like the authority, this is self-restriction. The Eight of Swords, self-restriction, his own problems with authority. So restriction, frustration, and the partnership of his mind. And then I have the Hierophant, which is religion. So he's, in his mind, he's creating his own religion. He's a lot like, he reminds me of those cult leaders that, like, what's that guy in Texas? Because that's the guy that just showed up to me. He was in Waco, Texas. What was his name? That's who he reminds me of. That coincides of who Cawthorn is. Yes, David Kirsch. Yeah. If I had to make a comparison, those two are on the same crazy. Trying to make his own religion. Woo! Dangerous. Dangerous. All right. Okay, so Obama. The report came out that he had just a scratchy throat and he was feeling, and so he tested and he was positive for COVID, but he's doing fine. He's doing fine. He's been vaccinated and boosted. And his wife has tested, but she did not test positive. So this right here talks about that Obama has COVID, because I just threw some things, but I also got the Ace of Pentacles, which is lucky. Lucky. So he's fine. Stability, security. He's fine. Okay. Those are Obama's cards. All right, here we go. Now, I know a lot of people want me to do Putin and Zelensky, and I'm apprehensive, but I think I'm going to go in and try. I know that they wanted me to do Trump as well, and the Chinese, is it Jinping? What is his name, the Chinese guy? Oh, and Matt Gaetz. Matt Gaetz. That man. Let's do Matt Gaetz first. And then we'll go to the hard ones at the end. Okay? Matt Gaetz. Ugh. Okay. He's just walking around like a hot mess. People are noticing that he's not smelling right, because the reason why I say that is because his clothes are disheveled, his face is all greasy, his hair is not washed, and it's almost like they showed me like Pigpen, how the dust comes off of him. So he's not taking care of himself for some reason. He just showed me a scene with I just saw a scene. He didn't show me anything just yet, but I just saw a scene with his wife, and she is sitting in a chair, and she kicks his chair far away. She just literally puts up her foot and kicks him far, far away. Like, get away from me. That's interesting. And it's kind of like yellowy, red, yellowy orange, but there's blood or red, which looks like blood to me. I don't know if it's blood, but it's red speckled through it, like veins going through this yellow orange color is what he is. He is really having a rough time. He's losing a lot of weight. His face looks like it's, gaunt. Does he have some sort of illness? Or is it just stress? I just saw a surgeon sewing up a wound or an incision. I don't know what that means. It just showed up in my pictures of a surgeon doing stitches from an incision, because it looks perfect. So I don't know what that is. Okay, onward. I'm trying to see and ask the question if he's going to get reelected. I think he believes that he is. And that may be the energy that's being picked up, that he really, truly believes that there's absolutely no way that he can lose his race. He, I don't know. It's, what is he doing? He's in front of the line, and he keeps on elbowing the person behind him. Bam. Bam. Hitting him in the nose, kicking him. Bam. That's what he's doing. As hard as he can, he's trying to knock the other person down. He truly believes that he has everything in his power to win again. But I don't know. Let me throw some cards. Because it's not getting anywhere past him kicking the person behind him down. Let me see what the cards say. He does. And that's the one thing that I've learned. If you go into his energy, we're just getting into his energy thinking he's got it all going on. What we have to do is go to the opposite energy, or the opposite, like the people who are voting for him and things like that, and see where we get the energy from that. But he truly believes. Okay. Matthew Gaetz. Okay. Ooh, I can smell him from here. I just got a whiff of hot garbage. I literally just got a whiff of Matt Gaetz, and he smells like hot garbage. Ugh. Okay. And no, nobody farted here. It's gone. Whoa. Okay, Matt Gaetz. Well, so what I got here was luck and opportunity. Luck and opportunity. And then we have the Four of Cups as apathy. He doesn't really want it. He just wants to win. I also got the Knight of Cups and the Nine of Swords. That means the Democratic person who is running against him. This is what the remote was talking about, the Nine of Swords. Like, he keeps on stabbing him. He keeps on taking him out and taking huge bites out of this Democrat. But the Hierophant shows up in the Six of Wands. So the solitude, the introspection, and then the Six of Wands is also success and reward. I hate to tell you guys this, but this little piece of trash just might, if you guys don't work harder in Florida. But change is coming for him. So even if he does win his thing, change is coming from the end. So he keeps on thinking that if he wins and he continues on to be a congressman, that that's going to save him from all of his legal problems, but it doesn't. The end is coming for him. So he may win his next election, that's what the cards say, because he terrorizes the Democratic person that's going against him. But it doesn't save him from his legal problems, and death and change is coming, so it will have to change. It's almost like I see maybe 3 or 4 months or even 6 months into his new term. Bam. Bam. It's almost like everybody gets really, really, really angry that he won again, and they go against him. Something happens. So, there you have it. Little Matt Gaetz. Whoever is in Florida, do all you can. Do all you can. Here we go. Here we go. I wanted to do the oligarchs in Russia and see how they're feeling, seeing if they're starting to turn against Putin. But I'm going to do a little incense here, performance incense. I'm just going to start one of these. I hope everybody, my goodness, there's 1,000 people here. Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for being here. It means a lot to me for the support. It really does. I had somebody in my comments just this morning that, I have beautiful, wonderful comments all the time. You guys just lift me up and keep me on track. And then there's that one, right? And this morning, it was almost like, if I'm too much for you, then go find less. I will not be, different just because you are not enjoying my channel or my videos. I mean, go find less. It's not that, it doesn't need to be, thank you, Miss Dolores. But I guess people just have to let you know how much they're miserable about something you've done. God bless them, but go find less if I'm too much. All right. Oligarchs. Now I'm lumping them all together. I'm hoping that works, but we'll see how that works. So let me take a deep breath. Oligarchs. Woo! Okay. Whew. It took me in quick, so hang on a minute. Let me gather my my bearings. Hang on. Oligarchs. They are incredibly these people are the most, like, they're in so much fear. I don't know what the word I can use. They are petrified. They are petrified for them. They are petrified for their families. They are absolutely unstable right now. They do not know what to do, the oligarchs. And it has gone way beyond the money and the wealth. This is if Putin gets unalived, everybody gets taken out. I've never felt this type of energy before. It is the epitome of the opposite of slavery for these people. This doesn't make any sense. Nobody wants to consider somebody enslaved when they're millionaires or billionaires or trillionaires. But these people are enslaved in a fashion. They are very afraid and emotional. They don't dare really to go talk to Putin. He will, he'll take them out. One complaint and you're done. One complaint, he says. Okay. They're all running around behind a light. There's a huge light on them, and I can see them running around in their shadow. You can see them running around in shadow. Okay. Okay. They're just saying this is what Tucker Carlson is talking about, Sheila. This is what Tucker Carlson is talking about, Sheila. There's more. This is what's going on. Okay, I'm out. I'm out. Woo! That is something. Okay. Okay. This belongs to the creature. This is the creature that I saw coming out of Tucker Carlson. This is the creature. Now I'm not sure that there's an actual creature coming out of Tucker Carlson. Please don't call the psych ward and say Sheila needs to go away. I'm just saying this is the same creature that I saw with the oligarchs as with Tucker. Same creature, same thing, connection. Okay, let's do some cards on them and see what's going on. Yeah, for entertainment purposes only. Exactly. Greed. The demon of greed. Enslavement of the demon of greed. I remember a story back in the day when I was a child, when my mother was talking about people who worship greed and worship money is worshiping a devil god. And that energy can take them over. It kind of, if there's any comparison, it reminds me of the Lord of the Rings when they wake up that fiery beast in the dwarf chasms in the caves, and Gandalf has to fight it. And this is what it is. Okay. Cards on the oligarchs. Let's see what's going on. Well, it talks about the love and the relationship of the money, of the Ten of Pentacles, the inheritance, the love and the money and the comfort of the money, because we have the knights and the kings and the lover. And then we have the Ten of Pentacles, which is a talent for what they do in this world. They have a talent for putting their money this way or this way and spending it and all that. They're very intelligent about that. And it talks about the 3 ways of creativity and the expansion. However, most of their money, strength came in inverted. Most of their money is not in Russia. It is out of Russia. And so now they know that the other countries can seize their assets, seize their money, stop letting them do all of this. And they are losing their strength in that ability. And that's what they have a petrified of that too. And if they go to Putin and say, I'm sorry, I can't pay you today, or I can't give you this because the country has seized our money, they are literally petrified of telling him this. Woo! Going and talking to the King of Swords. Inverted King of Swords, the liar, the cheater, the manipulator, Okay, well, there's the story behind the oligarchs and the relationship that they're having with Pooty Poo, that they're incredibly petrified of literally telling him what's going on and how they cannot give him more money, because Pooty Poo is wanting all of these oligarchs to hand over more money so that he can get more equipment so that he can keep up the fight. And they're like, we don't have access to it anymore. And they're petrified that he's going to turn around and of his temper. All right, let's move on from that. Let's go to Chinese guy. Well, the oligarchs are all of friends of Putin. They're relatives or close friends. If you look into it, they are all people. He just took all the wealth from all of these other wealthy companies and other wealthy families. He literally took the wealth from them when he took over, and he handed the keys and the wealth to these other people that he had. So these oligarchs are an extension of Trump. That's the reason why they say that they got it from ill-gotten gains. That's why Biden says that these are ill-gotten gains, is because it was ripped from the people who were wealthy, and he gave it to these other people. Thank you, Joe. Thank you. I appreciate that. So that's what's going on with that. Okay. So now let's go to China guy. Ziping. I know I'm saying his name wrong. Okay. Cheaping. I've never, ever done him. So he keeps on telling, I'm going to call him VP. All right. Just to keep it straight here. Vladimir Putin, which would be VP. He keeps on telling VP, he keeps on shaking his head, no, this is not how it was supposed to do this. I'm not sure I can do that. I might be able to give you this, but I'm not going to give you the whole thing. He keeps on trying to deny VP. I'm sorry you got into this. It's a mess. We can't afford, if something happens and the United States gets involved, we're all screwed. Is pretty much what he's trying to tell VP. He's really trying to deny. He's like, I could give you this, and it's like a little bit of something to appease him, but he's not interested in going all in. He doesn't like what he's doing. He didn't like it. For some reason, the China president, I'm just going to call him the Chinese president, he's behind a veil. And VP's on the other side of this veil. Like a sheer, beautiful veil that is separating him and VP. And VP keeps on trying to, can you just move this out of the way? Can you just move this out of the way, please? And Ping is going, no. No, we're not removing it. It's a safety thing. We're not removing it. Okay. Let me throw some cards on that. I don't want to get too into this other guy. But as it's relating to VP, he's really not interested. And he's trying to, that's what the veil is. He's trying to, appearances, we're not that connected. We're not that connected. The appearances, he's diluting the appearance. Is it Chi? Is it how you say it? I'm so confused with those names. So sorry. Let's see what okay. Well, that's interesting. So his reaction is liberation towards VP and then discipline and power. So he knows the consequences of getting involved with this man. Intemperance, he doesn't want it. He wants harmony. He doesn't want it. He doesn't want it. I also have the 5 of Swords. Like VP is trying to remove something from him, and he's like, "What do you got? Your money's not worth anything anymore. What you're doing is your country, your everything's bankrupt. What do you have? You have nothing. You have nothing to offer me. There's no incentive. I just heard there's no incentive to help VP anymore." Because he has to worry about his country. He has to worry about his wealth. He has to worry about what he's going. And in order for him to come to the party, he's like, "What do you got? You have nothing. You have nothing to offer me. You're not making it worth my while." That's why he's trying to separate himself from that. He's like, just because I'm your buddy, or just because we talk and you think I'm your buddy, doesn't mean I'm going to come to your rescue of any way. You got nothing. That's what he's telling him. But there's something like, I'm offering you this, but I don't see VP, taking it. But he is like offering you maybe something. I don't know. He just keeps on saying, I can do that. That's about it. And VP's almost like, that's going to do anything. Okay. So let's go into, I'm going to do Trump now, and then I'll do Putin, and then I'll do Zelensky last. Okay. Okay. So Trump, the walls are closing in on him. I want to see what is going on with him and see where he's at as well. Okay. Whew. I felt like I was gonna fall. I felt like I was Giuliani for a minute there. Whoa, 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 whoa. That's exactly what I felt like with Trump. Going backwards. Whoa, whoa, whoa. All right. Trump. Oh my gosh. He's really jealous of Zelensky right now. He's going to start taking credit for Zelensky. He's going like, yeah. Well, I was president. Him and I were good friends. He got all of that courage from me. That's what he's going to start doing. I'm acting like him, so forgive me, but that's exactly what he's really, really jealous of how Zelensky has gotten so much credit and admiration for his courage and all of that. And Trump is going to start taking credit for that. Oh, you're such a douchebag, man. I'm trying to see where he is at with all of his stuff that's going on. I just saw. So you know how you see how arteries go in your body? There's an artery and there's blood flowing through it, and there's a buildup. Like there's on both sides a yellow buildup that's going on in his veins and what's flowing through. So whatever his speech is, his information is getting like restricted. This could be health. This could be literally health, or this could be symbolic for his information that's coming through that is getting restricted. His people show up to his rallies for social hour, not necessarily to listen to him. It's one thing that he cannot keep up with them is to give them excitement. They show up to exchange numbers. They show up to exchange websites. Who do you listen to? What's going on? They show up to connect. But they're like, he's just up on the stage. Now, I keep on asking, are they going to separate? Would they still vote Republican? And of course they would. But they're not. They could care less. They're caring less and less and less about him. He's just now a facilitator to get everybody together. Like, hey, if you come to this rally, I'll give you this. That's so weird. Okay. Out of there. Let's go on. Well, Spirit just put him into the only thing I can think of is how to explain it. You know how they put rugs in a spinner? They just literally wrapped him up and shoved him in a spinner, and they're spinning him. Trying to get I bet you that is symbolic to all the money out of him. Or anything else, like when you spin a rug, it extracts the water. So they're extracting, like he's in a spinner. Whoever's doing that, who's doing that? They said the Republicans are doing that. The Republicans are putting him in the spinner and extracting anything out of him that they can. Really? Remember, Republicans are not loyal people. They just are there for them and what they can get out of it. They know he's not going to be there in 2024. They all know it. Like, they don't have to worry about it. They're walking around like, yeah, we're going to spout off 2024, but they all know he's not going to be there. Like, yeah, whatever. Okay. Well, anyways, that was interesting about Trump. He's not very well. Yeah, Sharpie, bunker boy, bone spurs, bunker boy. Yeah, he's going to start trying to take credit for Zelensky and his courage. If it wasn't for him, Zelensky wouldn't be the way he is. Because in the Trump administration, we gave him all the things that he needed. That's the reason why he has a good fight going on. Yeah, that's what he's going to do. All right. Trump is done. Now, let me see if I can get into Putin without... Let's see. Oh, I'm going to throw some cards on Trump. He's not going to be there in 2024. He's not. I'll stake my reputation on it. He's not going to be there. He has the optimism, son, my optimism, woohoo! And then the 5 of Swords comes out. What you think you're going to get, Trump, you're not going to get. And then we have the disappointment and loss. Like they're not the disappointment and loss for Trump. Those are his cards. So, disappointment and loss for Trump. The Sun is him thinking that he has everything, right? But the Five of Swords, disagreement. We don't like you no more. Loss. Okay. Here we go with Pootie Poo. Let me see if I can get in there. If it gets too rough, I'm getting out. I'm just letting you know. Okay. He's sitting in a room where there's a white glow, but the rest of the room is dark. I don't know what he has. He has something red in his hand. He has something red. He's playing with it. Is he left-handed or right-handed? Because this is left is coming in, right is going out. So this is what reminds me of something coming in, something red coming in. He's sitting all alone. I can't get him out of this room. I'm trying very, very hard to get this out of the room. Okay, so they just showed me like he's engulfed. Like, have you ever watched the sun flares? Whatever is coming off of it, there's sun flares coming off of his head. Sun flares coming off of his head. I don't know what this all means just yet, but I'm only telling you what I see. He has one of those, I don't know what this is. It has horns on it. It's over top of his head now. He has horns on it. And he's walking through like nobody knows, but he has horns on his head through this sort of costume thing he has, and he has horns. And he's getting up from his chair and walking around. And he opens up the door of this dark room. He opens up the door. He takes this off, and he looks, and he looks, and he hangs this up. Oh, and he walks out. So it just told me that, you know how we go into our place where we rejuvenate, we meditate, when we get the spirit, when we get, the light of God or the light of goodness or whatever, when we have that, his room that he goes to is the opposite, where he gets his power from, quote unquote, the devil or the evilness that he has. He literally has a place where he gets that energy from. Who knew? And he looks out, and he's out in the hallway, and he's out in public again. He just shoved a muzzle on me. He just said he told me to come here, and I kind of went to him, and he just put a muzzle on me. It's over. He just put a muzzle on me. Well, now we know where he gets his energy and all of that. He goes and he where he gathers it. It's like the opposite of what we do to go get the light. He does the opposite to go get the dark. He's doing the exact thing. Okay. That's interesting. That's new knowledge for me. I would never have thought that. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's do some cards and see what's going on. I don't know how he knew I was there. He just put a muzzle on me. I mean, either that or somebody, you know, I don't know. That doesn't mean I'm not going to stop trying, because there's no muzzle in this girl. Nope. No. Okay, let's do some cards and see what that is. I just think he... I told you this man has aspirations of getting the whole world. I've been saying that for quite some time. This right here is creativity, expansion of the world. He wants to rule the world. He has that ideology. He has that thinking. Achievements. He is not going to stop. He has responsibility and the burden. He's going to be burdened with the responsibility of what we have, and justice is coming his way. People, we have justice coming his way for Putin, and darn the luck for him. But justice is coming. I kind of have a feeling how it's going to come, but you can't put that out there. All right, the Zelensky. Let's end on Zelensky. He's pretty... as soon as I said his name, I feel his, his anxiety. So hang on a second. He's overwhelmed, but he has good people around him. He just keeps on relying on the other people, and he tries to take care of his body. He's trying to take care of his mental clarity and doing what his heart tells him to do. He is a pure soul. He is a pure soul. He knew his assignment. He knew why he was here. He knew what he had to do. He's been very, very, very clear since he just told me, like 5 years old. I've known that I had a role to play in this world, not just in my country, but in this world. He knew it. Wow, this is going to make me cry, but I have to tell you what I just saw. You know how we talked about that dome of protection? He's at the end of all of this, all the blackness, all the red was just blown away from him. And he is standing there, very, very proud and very relieved that all of that is now gone. And he is standing there with his people. He lives. He lives through it all. And he gets to hold hands with his people at the end. And he just like, it's time to rebuild. It's time to move us forward. And his people just love him. They don't worship him. They love him. And then everybody starts picking up brick by brick by brick. He lives. He lives. I've been afraid to do that. Worried about the end. But he lives to help his people rebuild. Okay. Okay. He lives. Okay, everyone. I'm going to get off here. Thank you so much for being here. Keep that dome of protection around him. It's working. Don't give up. Don't give up on us. Don't give up on them. Don't give up. Love and light, everyone. You have a wonderful day.